Hey, today we're going to be learning about how you can look at a bar graph and use the data from the bar graph to figure out what your key would be in a pictograph. Normally, when we see pictographs, we see a key that goes with it, and that key tells us how much these pictures are worth. So in this case, we don't have a key. So we're going to use this bar graph to help us determine what our key is. So the first thing we're going to have to do is look at the scale on our bar graph. And our scale is counting by twos. 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Each line is numbered, so I don't have to number in between every other line. So our scale is good. And we have 4 categories. They are Skittles, M&Ms, Sour Patch Kids, and Starburst. The title is our favorite candy. It's way up there at the top. And so if I went through and I labeled my pictograph, I could say that Skittles goes straight to 16. M&Ms goes to 8. Sour Patch Kids go to 6. And then Starburst go to 12. So I know my data in my bar graph. Now I'm going to put that data up here. So my Skittles had a total of 16. My M&Ms had a total of 8. My Sour Patch Kids, 6. And my Starburst, 12. So now I can look at the data that I have. Oh, sorry. Now I can look at the data that I have for each of those pictures. So 4 pictures would be 16 altogether, 16 students. 2 pictures is a total of 8. 1.5 has a total of 6 students who chose that favorite candy. And then 1, 2, 3 pictures has a total of 12. So how do I take these numbers and determine how much each of them is? I think the easiest way we can do that is starting with like a number that we know well. We know 8's pretty easily divided into 2. 16 is a little bit harder. 6 doesn't work too well because we have 1.5 pictures. So I would probably take my 8 and I would divide my 8 into 2 pictures. So over here, I might have picture 1 and picture 2. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to tally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to see how much each picture would be. 7, 8. So that means each of my pictures is worth 4. Okay, each of my pictures is worth 4. So to check my answer and to check and make sure that 4 is my correct key, I don't want to say it's my key yet because all I did was determine one set of categories, one set of pictures. So what I want to do though is I'm going to say 4 and 8. I know I'm going to be skip counting by 4s. I'm going to try that on my Skittles. I'm going to say 4, and I know 4 and 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So this one also checks out if my key is 4 each. So my Sour Patch Kids is 4. If my key is 4, half of 4 is 2. So 4 plus 2 more is 6. So that one works. Then if I came down here to Starburst, I could have one picture as 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that one also works. So after I looked at my bar graph, got my data, put that data in here, then I took the easiest combination I could think of, which was the 8 divided by 2. I sorted them equally, and I found out that each of them had 4 in them. Then I took that information and I checked on Skittles, and I checked on Sour Patch Kids, and I checked on Starburst, and they all worked. And now that I figured out that all of my categories are the same and all my pictures represent the same amount, then I can go ahead and say, okay, now I know that my key is 1 picture equals 4 students. One of my pictures equals 4 students. And that's how you determine what the key to a pictograph is based on a bar graph.